Therefore it is farther said, and I was delighted every day, playing before him at all times, playing in the world. The incarnate Word diverted himself at all times because he knew all the ages and the lives of all the mortals, all being as one day in comparison with eternity. He was delighted because the whole course of creation had found its end, for when the ultimate day with all its perfection should arrive, men were to enjoy the affluence of grace and the crown of glory. He diverted himself, as it were, counting the days when he should descend from heaven to earth and assume human flesh. He knew that all the works and thoughts of men were like a play wherein all is mere burlesque and deceit. He saw also the just who, though so weak and limited in their capacity, nevertheless would be fit for the manifestation and communication of God's glory and perfections. He compared his immutability with the changefulness of men, and how he was nevertheless to act in concert with them. He delighted in his own works, and especially in those which he ordained in his most holy Mother. He took a great delight in the prospect of assuming the form of man within her, and in making her worthy of so great a privilege. And because the conception of these ideals and the efficacious decree of the divine will in their regard were to be followed by their actual fulfillment, therefore the divine word adds, "And my delight is to be with the children of men. My recreation is to work for them and to show them favors. My contentment is to die for them, and my joy is to be their teacher and their redeemer. My delight is to raise the needy one from the dust and to unite myself with the lowly one. My pleasure is to unbend my divinity for this purpose, and to clothe it with human nature, to constrain and debase myself, and to suspend the glory of my body, in order to make myself capable of suffering, and of meriting for men the friendship of the Father, to be a mediator between his most just indignation and the malice of men, and to be their model and head whom they might imitate." O eternal and incomprehensible goodness, how am I ravished with admiration when I compare the immensity of thy immutable being with the insignificance of man, when I see thy eternal love mediating between two extremes of such immeasurable distance, a love infinite for a creature so insignificant and at the same time so ungrateful. Oh, on what a low and debased object, O Lord, dost thou cast thy eyes, and on what a noble object can and should man fix his thought and his affection in beholding such a mystery. Filled with admiration and with sadness of heart, I lament over the unhappy state of men, their darkness and blindness, since they do not make any effort to understand how much thy majesty has been beforehand in looking down upon them, and in offering them true felicity with such great love and care, as if thy own consisted in it. All his works and the disposition of them, as they were to be called into being, the Lord had in his mind ab initio, and he numbered and weighed them according to his equity and rectitude. He knew the constitution of the world before its creation, as it is written in the book of wisdom. He knew the beginning, the middle, and the end of time, the changes of the years and the courses of the ages, the disposition of the stars, the powers of the elements, the nature of animals, the wrath of wild beasts, the force of winds, the difference of plants, the virtues of roots, and the thoughts of men. All he weighed and counted, not only that which is literally true of the rational and irrational creatures, but he preordained also all that which is signified mystically by these creatures. But as this comes not within my scope at present, I do not speak of it in this place.